Welcome back to the Jeremiah Show. My special guest today, Derek Day, lives in LA. He's a California-based singer, songwriter, and guitar virtuoso. On I Can't Imagine, Derek Day offers a pure look into his rock and roll soul, created an album that's entirely his after years of collaborative compromises. His songwriting process begins with choruses that get stuck in his head for days before quickly materializing into complete tracks. And these same songs are now going to get stuck in your head for days. And they'll be very welcome, I am sure. His as new and highly anticipated album is I Can't Imagine, coming in August. The album was recorded live to tape at the historic Dave's Room in North Hollywood with musicians Alan Toka, Griffin Tucker, Ben White, Camilla Darling, and Roberta Freeman. So, what's the theme of the album overall? Is there one? Derek, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back. Wow, I love your intros. They're so cool. I love them.
I think I probably plagiarized them from you, but no, they're very heartfelt. I'm just joking.
No, I love it.
Heartfelt and true.
It just sounds good when you say it. I like it.
Thank you.
The album itself, it does have a concept going on, and I feel like it's like still what's the word? It's still like formulating. It's still becoming a thing. When I wrote each one of these songs, they all tie to each other in one way or the other. And even the first intro track, it's meant to be played right before I Can't Imagine the song. It's meant to like fly into it. And then the first three songs of the EP are all in the same key for a very specific reason. So it's kind of a concept EP. It's definitely about struggle, but it's like the dichotomy of struggle and having the most, or being in the most awe of how wonderful life is, and using the wonder and the awe of your own existence to battle the struggle of the of life as well. So it's just like living in there, like complete gratitude versus complete desperation clashing together. I Can't Imagine the song itself is it's like taking that whole, like that phrase, I can't imagine what it would be like to be in that person's shoes or doing this bad thing. It's taking that and it's flipping it. It's kind of saying like, I can't imagine how wonderful life could be because I'm very limited mentally. So I would like it to just happen even beyond my wildest expectations. And it's kind of a positive thing.
We just came back in with Push and Pull, which is your next, I believe it's your next, yeah, it's on June 6th, you're going to release, that's your next single, Push and Pull, we're listening to right now. I wanted to make a note, but one of the songs speeds up and slows down. I don't know the correct terminology, so forgive me as a musician, but your guitar work, like, is it in Push and Pull or is it in Useless Attempts? I'm forgetting which one, but it's really obvious. It speeds up and then it slows down, and it really takes you kind of on this ride methodically and with the beats and all that. And
yeah, that's Useless Attempts.
Useless
And I'm glad
Attempts,
you
okay,
used the
that's what I
word
thought.
ride because it is a theme park EP I'm trying to do. Like everything's very theme parky. I'm trying to emulate.
What type of guitar do you play?
I'm a Fender guy, so I use a Stratocaster on a lot of these tracks. I use a Jazzmaster on like a lot of them, but I also use my friend's not E 335 like Gibson. It's like this nice big old hollow body thing.
Yeah, definitely both of those have distinctive sounds. I wanted to mention your sponsors. You're endorsed by Cream Guitars, Vega Trim, Fender, and Yamaha. I just wanted to put that out there. Thanks,
Yep.
guys, for endorsing and helping Derek bring us this music. Okay, so I got to ask a couple questions. I want to get back into the album and the musicians that played on the album. But before we do that, when I grew up in the 80s, I was in high school, and Mötley Crüe one of my first albums was Mötley Crüe, and I had to hide under my bed, shout at the devil. And then AC/DC was my very first concert I ever saw in Spokane, Washington. Had to hide that under my bed. But some of these guys that you've played with were my rock and roll heroes, were my, I would see them come through. One of the best concerts I ever saw was with Mötley Crüe, and Tommy Lee took his drum kit out over the arena, and it started spinning around and around in circles. And he was strapped in, and then he bungee jumps off into the crowd, and I was just like, these guys are nuts. They're crazy. So how did it happen that you played with Mötley Crüe and you met these guys? And are they that? I mean, they were like the bad boys. They ruled Sunset Boulevard, and they were unapologetic, and they were dangerous. I think the way rock and roll should make you feel. What's your experience with them?
It was so lovely working with those guys. They believed in a band I'm in now. I'm in a band called Classless Act, and they were totally all about giving a chance out to a young band trying our hardest.
Mm.
We were on the same label with them, so that was a big help. and
Yeah.
but that got them to notice us, and they're like, "All right, come on tour with us." And we did the tour. With that, we got Vince Neil to sing on our title track, and yeah, and we just kind of became kind of nice friends, you know. But they're all really pro and really awesome and really sweet. Like, you don't expect that from those kind of looking dudes, but they're really really nice. And yeah, and they called me in to even sing a little bit on their track Dogs of War and Canceled, and then they called me up to do the Taylor Hawkins thing with them. And it was just kind of like a last minute, like, hey, come do this real quick. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So it's just like a fun friendship.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. And you said they saw a young band and want to help them out, but they see what you guys, I mean, what you are. You're really talented musicians, and you're a really talented musician. So they obviously saw that as well. But that makes me feel good knowing some of my heroes are good guys like that. What was the first concert that you ever saw?
The first concert
Live.
I saw was Jethro Tull. I was like 11 or something, or maybe 10, at the Hollywood Bowl. I've seen other like little shows, but I would say concert Jethro Tull.
Okay. How was it playing with Slash? That's, I mean, what could you say about him playing with him?
Oh gosh. Well, we opened up for him at the Palladium. I've bumped into him a couple of times, and I mean, again, he's a hard worker, so he's always focused on what he's trying to do. But other than that, I mean, playing that stage at the Palladium was like playing. You could feel every other band that's played there. Like whenever I took a step, it felt really heavy on that stage, and yeah, that moment was heavy. I don't know. Slash has a vibe that's very heavy to him, very legendary.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And you feel the ghosts of those who have come before you, and those are big shoes to step into. Are you theatrical in real life? And like, does it uh, roll over into your stage life? Does it help you? Are you a theatrical person?
Yeah, hell
Animated?
yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
you
if
seem like it. You seem real energetic and
oh gosh,
animated.
on tour and stuff, if we're hanging out or whatever, if we're like the day of a show, it doesn't matter. If like in real life, I love to just like I'll jump in a pool with all my clothes and all that crazy, just because I'm bored, you know.
So you live the life of almost carefree, like rock stars just do what they want, right? You live that life. You're on stage and off.
Absolutely. I mean, I think so. I'd like to think so. I mean, there's no other way to live. I feel like everything else is absurd, you know? If I mean, who to each his own. Whoever needs to live calmly and do their thing, of course. Like that's how you recharge. That's how you find your peace. But my peace is in chaos. So it's like something needs to be broken or soon, or things don't make sense.
That's great. So you say when asked your future goals and when asked where you'll be and 5 years. I read a quote in a magazine that said, "I will be 100% playing the largest stages on the planet." What stages will those be? What do you look like? What stages do you have your sights set on? Maybe your top three, that when you get there, you're going to look around and go, "Oh my God, I'm here."
Top three stages.
That you want to play on. Yeah.
Madison Square Garden.
Good one.
It's a good one. Classic, classic. Um, they're all so fun. They all have their own thing to it. But maybe like, is Wembley still alive? Did they tear
Yeah,
that down?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Fleetwood Mac just played there. I have a connection to those guys, to them, and they played there last year, I think it was.
Yeah,
It looks
Wembley.
amazing.
Yeah,
Wembley for sure. That's a great one.
yeah, like completely sold out, giant, big, boom. Um, and then I don't know where, but somewhere historical, like the Colosseum, like in Rome. That would be cool.
Yeah. All right. So, and you're gonna get there, right? I mean, you won't accept anything less.
No, not at
That's
all.
your
I mean,
mentality.
tomorrow I'll be doing something a little less, but next week, Colosseum.
Yeah, come check me out at the Coliseum, the Roman Coliseum.
Yeah.
Tell me about the musicians on this album. Give give credit where it's due. Who do you,
Oh my gosh. I wish you could meet them. I wish the whole world. I guess this album is a good way to meet them
right?
because they're just so musical. Everyone on this album really my favorite one common factor they all share is that they're very I can only describe it as touch. Like they're very sensitive to the minutia of music. They don't just bang right away or strum right away. They're like everything means something and how hard and what percentage. Not that they overthink it. It's just like in their blood. They like the tweak or the twang of how they perform their thing. So um yeah, we have Alan Toka on drums. He's an incredible rock and roll drummer, my favorite rock and roll drummer. Just powerhouse. And every time I think of him, I think of a masterclass. And he's from Jersey, but he lived out here in LA for maybe 15 years, I thought. Maybe I have to ask him. Maybe 8 years. But we went on tour with Living Color together. We played all over LA together, like thousands of shows. Opened up for Steel Panther together, and then played with Steve Vai together and stuff.
Wow.
And really cool stuff. He's just like this beast of a drummer, and he plays like he like looks like Taylor Hawkins, and he plays like Taylor, but he also plays like I can't describe it. Like he has a lot of touch. Like he plays like a little bit of like Fleetwood, or he does have like a bit of a Ginger Baker thing where it's like there's more jazz and more fusion in his playing, and I really love that about him. He's a really great studio musician. On keys, we have Griffin Tucker. He's not a keyboardist. He's a drummer first, and then he's a lead guitar player. He's also a fantastic lead singer. And I was just like, okay, now just play keys on this record, please. And he's like, sure. So he's
And he
one of
can
the
do
more,
that.
yeah, he can do that. He's just so good at it. And he's just so like fearless. Something about him is just like, we're just gonna go do it. Like I've never seen him wince at uh uh, you know, a request. You can like, all right, we'll just do it, and plays it really well. And he's just perfect pitch and a real strong, fearless musician, true artist from Dallas. Really good, just cool, and a great guy. Same with Toka, just a good guy. Fun to be around and really funny. Both of them. And we got Ben White, another guy that's just like he's a Zappa head, and like just totally freaking like really weird and like left of center brain, plays bass really well, uh serves the part incredibly, but he also has that touch in his fingers where he's like he knows just how hard to press in, just how much to not play or when to overplay, because I love overplaying if it's nice, and he just knows just how to do it. It's really good. um and he's also beefy, like he knows how to he does chords sometimes on his bass, and you don't ask him to, but he does it, and you thank the Lord he did. It just makes it good, like really fills the space in a good way. And we have Roberta Freeman, who toured with Pink Floyd and Guns N' Roses. She sang on "If You're Real," so she's singing like those choruses while I do the responses. And
Yeah, those are beautiful.
yeah, gosh, I mean, just another perfect example of just like tiny, like really attention to detail on what she does with her instrument. And working with her is fascinating because she has very precise she need like specifications to her voice. She needs to be in a good place mentally, physically to go in and do it. And when she does, it's like the best thing in the world. And Camilla Darling co-produced this and engineered it, and she's just incredible. Like the most you could describe, like, I need this to sound green, and she'll be like, okay, and then it just sounds green. Like no one can do that like Camilla Darling. She's really freaking just right on top of how to. I don't know. She just knows how to make things sound really good, and really was instrumental. I say co-produced because I begged her to put my name as a co-producer, and she's like, all right, fine. But she really did the heavy lifting and made it sound like what it was. I just helped kind of like direct what was in my head. But yeah, Camilla Darling. And then those are the people. Very long answer.
No, that's great. And we're going to listen to Useless Attempts, which we referred to earlier here. We're going to take our final break, and we're going to come back and we're going to play I Can't Imagine for you. I'm with Derek Day. His new album is I Can't Imagine. Go pre-save it now. Catch him live if you can. And the next single will be out called Push and Pull on June 6th. I Can't Imagine, the new album by Derek Day. And Useless Attempts off that same album. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.